Decades ago, this entire valley was flooded to create the reservoir we see today, swallowing a whole village, leaving it at the bottom of the lake. Locals whisper stories, legends passed down through generations. They say that on the stormiest nights, one piece of that history returns. They call it the Midnight Island. I'm standing on the cliffs now, the wind whipping around me, watching the dark, churning waves. There it is, a massive, ancient manor, perched impossibly on a jagged peak of rock that wasn't there just moments ago. It defies all logic. I have to see it up close. I have to document this. My small boat cuts through the inky water as I row out into the fog. The closer I get, the colder the air becomes, a biting chill that seeps into my bones. Finally, the boat bumps against the shore. I step out, and the sand is unnaturally cold beneath my feet, almost like ice. The house towers over me, its dark windows like empty, staring eyes. The front door is slightly ajar, an unspoken invitation into the past. With my heart pounding in my chest, I push it open and step inside. The grand foyer is suffocatingly silent. The floorboards moan under my weight, each step echoing through the cavernous space. I move into what looks like a library. The sight is bewildering. Books are floating gently in midair, pages turning slowly as if being read by an unseen force. Gravity seems to have no hold here. It's like stepping into a dream, or maybe a nightmare. A long, dark wood table is set for a magnificent feast. Silver platters, crystal goblets, an entire banquet laid out. But everything, from the roasted meat to the bread, is covered in a thick layer of slimy lake moss and waterweeds. The smell of decay hangs heavy in the air. As I back away, a soft melody reaches my ears. A piano, playing a beautiful but deeply sad song, coming from the next room. I cautiously push the door open. The music fills the space, but the piano bench is empty. The keys move on their own. My curiosity outweighs my fear. I head up the grand staircase, my hand trailing along the cold, damp railing. The walls are lined with portraits of stern-faced men and elegant women, their painted eyes seeming to follow my every move, their expressions shifting from curiosity to disapproval. At the very end of the long, dark hall, a single door stands slightly akin. A soft, ethereal light spills from the crack beneath it. I have to know what's inside. I push the door open. The room is a lady's chamber, preserved perfectly. She's looking out over the dark water, as if waiting for a long-lost love to return. I take a hesitant step forward as she slowly turns toward me. Suddenly, the entire manor begins to shake violently. A deep, rumbling groan comes from below, the sound of grinding rock and rushing water. I spin around and run for the door, but the hallway seems to stretch before me. The portraits on the walls are now screaming, their faces contorted in silent agony. The figure is behind me. I don't see her, but I can feel her presence, and a soft whisper echoes directly in my ears. "Stay," it says, a voice like rustling leaves and deep water. The cold lake water bursts through the floorboards, swirling around my ankles, then my knees. The front door is so far away now, a tiny rectangle in an endlessly long hall. The Midnight Island is going home, and this time it seems I'm becoming part of the legend. Thanks for joining me on this terrifying journey. If you love stories that blur the line between legend and reality, make sure to like this video and subscribe for more explorations into the unknown.